So in today's tutorial I was going to show you how to do a crochet chain, and this is going to be the base of any crochet project that you do. So the first thing that you'll need to do is make a slip knot, and I'm using this chunky yarn just so that it's easier to see, and this size N crochet hook. So the first thing you need to do is make a slip knot, and you'll do that just by making a loop and then taking the string that's on the top and pulling it through the bottom, and then just pull it till you have a knot there, and it will move back and forth. That's how you know you got it right, because it's a slip knot. So stick your crochet hook through the loop, and you can pull it tight, but don't pull it too tight because it needs to be able to slide back and forth on your hook. So there's big debate on how to hold your yarn, and I'll show you the way that I like to hold it, but a lot of people hold it differently. It's just based on how you like to hold it. So what I do is I put it through my hand like this, I wrap it around my index finger so I have a loop like this, and that's all I do. I usually will then take my other fingers and hold here just for a little bit of tightness. I sometimes also loop it through my pinky, so this just helps control the tension of the yarn. And once you get that down, it'll just be kind of second nature when you go to do it. You'll just do it. You won't even think about it. So the first thing you're going to do is take your hook and you're going to grab your yarn and then just pull it through that slip knot loop. Okay? And then you'll just keep doing that. So take your hook, pull it through, and if you'll notice in my hand, watch the yarn move. I'm not holding it so tight that it can't move, but I'm also holding it tight enough that I have control over it. So you can see that as I'm pulling this loop through, the yarn is just gradually working through my fingers. And eventually you're going to have a chain that looks like this. So then you would just keep going, and when you read a pattern, you'll see it'll usually say chain and then a number. So chain 10, or it'll say CH10. That's what that stands for. So then you just keep going, and eventually it'll just be second nature. You'll just be going fast and you won't even be thinking about it. And if you also notice, my chains are pretty much the same size, but if you're keeping your yarn held in your hand correctly and you're not keeping it too tight or too loose, it should just be the same every time you go through. So now that you have your chain, you're ready to move on to the first row, and I will cover that in the next video, but the most important thing to know is how to hold the yarn. Once you figure out how to hold the yarn, the rest of it will be really simple because you won't be doing it too tight. One of the biggest problems with people who learn how to crochet is they just simply hold the yarn too tight. And really, there's not even any grip here. I'm not holding my fingers together and keeping the yarn real tight. I'm just loosely lacing it through my fingers and then holding on to the part that I'm working on with the rest of my fingers and just flowing through it. Very easy, smooth. There's no tension whatsoever. So I hope that you have learned from this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you on the next video.